Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and on with the program. Alright. Crashing that cot last night with a quilt that my aunt made me. That's right. I got it like that. We know how to survive. But this is what I'm working on today. My studio apartment here. I've never been so excited to do not a drywall, but I've never been so excited to do an installation job in my life as I am to do right now. Courtesy of my brother, he had some leftover insulation, and I purchased it from him for next to nothing. He should have gave it to me out of brotherly love, but he did give me a really, really good deal. So I'm really excited about this. It's going to go back here, back in the room we were just talking about. Right here's the studio for the podcast. Right now, music is really suffering. It's to this lonely little setup here in the corner. That's my music gig right now, man. But I'm making the best of it because I love life, and we're going to make it happen. First things first, we're going to finish this room so we have a place to store our things and keep them under climate control. This one's mostly been climate controlled before we drywall it, and then after that we're going to be back here. How's everybody doing today? We're nearing the end of March, and I got to admit, 2026 has been very rough for me. Ever since New Year's Eve, I've had a lot of misfortune. Anybody that's been following me, and one thing I've tried to remain consistent with is trying to stay positive, and that has not been the case. I have lost it a few times. It's been very tough, but all I wanted to do is quickly just make a video and give you guys just a quick message that no matter what you're going through, that is not who you are. That is not what defines you. What defines you is your ability to get through it, because your spirit and this world are two different things. And sometimes it's hard to always see that, to just share a little bit of my personal experience in just the last 3 months. I was already not employed, but unfortunately, thinking that I'm smart enough to trade in the stock market, I lost all my money. And then the loss of my place to live out of nowhere, kind of like the house I was living with went up for sale. And I got displaced and unable to do my touring. I had to cancel my tour and then cancel my last 2 shows because I'm basically homeless, and now I've reestablished myself here in my mom's attic, trying to put it all together. And at my age, that can be a very humiliating thing, which it is, and I'm kind of glad that it's happening, because it can remind me that to always be grateful for what you have and what you've had. Not what you had is one thing, but what you have could be easily forgotten as well. And when I look around and know that I have a lot of work ahead of me in these next few months, I realize, especially in the condition that the world is in, just how grateful I am to even be where I am right now, to even have an opportunity to have a roof over my head, and a place to make my now little podcast. Not able to play as much music as I would like to play, but at least I have a place to set up my acoustic guitar and my and harmonica, And so, I can't just look at the losses and go, oh, no. I have everything I need to be happy. I think that's one thing that I have to remind myself that was taught to me years ago. When you say, I just want to be happy, you got to look at I and say, okay, well, remove ego, remove yourself, look at want and remove desire, and you're left with happiness. And I think that's what I get caught up in a lot, is definitely ego. And as long as I have an ego, and I might as well use it for good and make a video and just say, hey, it's not always going to be bad. You're gonna rough through it. I'll rough through it with you. I'm 52 years old. You can see I'm trying to put together a place to live, trying to get my music life back together, and trying to maintain, trying to find a job, You know, I'm with you. I'm with you. We can ride this out together. And just remember, this doesn't define who you are. Who you are is who you are. What this is just fun. All right, well, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Thanks again.